That season 2 finale left us with so many twists to speculate about, like whether Ben knew just who he'd hit before he sped off, and if we'll see Judy's former love interest, Michelle, in what we hope will be a season 3? Will Charlie finally uncover the truth about Judy, and what'll happen if he does? Hi, I'm Dylan. Let's get right down to business, starting with Season 2. Guilt comes full circle, friendship wins. Okay, if you saw that hit and run coming, are you best friends with the show's writer Liz Feldman or what? As Jen would have said, holy eye contact, that just happened. As we know, Season 1 revolved around Judy trying to make amends to Jen. So it was fitting when the roles were reversed, and Jen wound up in the same boat in Season 2. Yes, the season kicked off with yet another colossal lie, this time Jen's, as she had Judy believe that she killed the latter's on-off boyfriend, Steve, in self-defense. Of course, if the previous season was anything to go by, we all suspected the truth would come out eventually. And it did, even though it took the possibility of Charlie being implicated in a criminal case to get his mother Jen to confess. Now, both friends must carry the guilt of neutralizing each other's loved ones. Right, what's behind Detective Perez's unforeseen change of heart in the car with Jen? The detective initially didn't quite buy Jen's confession about murdering Steve, and of course, we don't really blame her because 1. Jen not being able to find Steve's burial spot would look odd to any outsider, and 2. It's no secret that Jen and Judy have lied to Perez's face on multiple occasions, and this smart lady knows it. Still, Perez was about to take Jen into the police station, but after getting that text that incriminated the not-so-popular Chief Hastings, previously called a racist by Nick and a misogynist by Perez, she tells Jen, "I don't want to be a cop right now. I want to be a person." Seems uncharacteristic for the straight and narrow detective, right? Well, there's something else hiding under the surface here. It's the theme of motherhood. Especially when we consider Perez's tragic childhood tale of how her own mom died while protecting her from her abusive stepfather. Listen to what writer Liz Feldman said in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. "I wanted to humanize her and show a side of her that you would never expect from just the cop character." As Feldman explains, they set the character up in such a way that it would be believable that she would not want to take another mom away from her kids. And that's about as much clarity as we have about Season 2, which brings me to all its loose ends and top theories, Season 3. But wait, before we reveal a mind-blowing theory about Judy's love interest, Michelle, a super quick note. Season 3 is not confirmed yet, but is highly likely considering the show's popularity. Also, Season 2's loose ends are basically begging for a next season. Showrunner Liz, all cloak and dagger of course, told Refinery29 that she has some ideas where she wants the series to go. However, just when we can expect more is still uncertain. But back to the good stuff now. 1. Will Charlie turn on Judy? It's no secret how deeply affected Charlie was by his dad's death. We also know that he was never Judy's biggest fan. Maybe he had a sixth sense about her in relation to his dad. So we're all wondering what will happen when he, inevitably, uncovers the truth. Charlie seems to be quite good at single-handedly, and ironically inadvertently, unraveling Jen and Judy's hidden mess. Well, granted, they probably could have covered their tracks a bit better. First, the dominoes started toppling when Charlie took Steve's car for a spin, and was photographed by his ex-girlfriend Parker while doing so. And then, in the final moments of the season, he's snooping around for a joint from Judy's not-so-secret stash of weed. Naturally, while doing so, he found the letter Jen had left for Judy before she confessed to Perez. So the big question is, will Charlie leave the letter alone or read it? We know the letter will expose Judy as the actual culprit in Charlie's dad's death. And Charlie's a clever boy, and might also realize that his mother killed Steve. Not even to mention another burning question, which is why did Judy keep this proof? Some fans are wondering whether she will keep it for blackmail in case her and Jen's friendship ever fizzles out. So, if Charlie were to uncover the truth, will he turn on Judy to get revenge? In doing so, he might even implicate his mom. Don't be shy, share your thoughts in the comments. Next up, 2. Will Judy's painting stash return to haunt her and Jen? Judy was pleasantly surprised when Perez brought her the painting she was asking about. While most of us thought Judy just wanted the paintings for their sentimental value, she had another secret. She knew there was cash hidden in the frames all along. We never saw where the money came from, but it's safe to assume that it was connected to Steve's money laundering schemes with the Greek mafia. Of course, Judy went and used the money straight away, like helping Jen to pay off her mother-in-law Lorna on that house. And next, they bought Charlie a brand new car. Not an inexpensive one, mind you. We were reminded throughout Season 2 that Jen was really strapped for cash, so this is a welcome relief. But will this short-term gratification come back to haunt the two friends in the long term? To help you ponder it, consider this. Judy was the one who gave up Steve's name to the police in the first place, and now that Steve's thumb drive fell into the police's hands, some of his mafia connections, like Chief Hastings, are probably going to prison. It's clear just why fans are so worried about Judy's choice to spend the dirty money as if it's her own, as it could become a big headache for her and Jen later on. Have you wondered if dirty cop Chief Hastings will play a bigger role in Season 3? More on that later. 3. Was the finale's hit and run an accident? Most of us presumed that the phone call Ben answered was about Steve's body being discovered. But was it? And it made sense that such tragic news would have been enough to drive him to drink and drive. But did it? At first glance, Ben seemed unaware that he crashed into his friends Jen and Judy, considering that he left the scene of the crime. And he used to have a thing for Jen, remember? But all may not be as it seems. There are quite a few interesting fan theories involving Ben. Here's one of them. What if Ben was Steve all along, and Jen killed Ben? Whoa, what? Yeah, there are loopholes to this seemingly unreal theory, like, for example, Ben's scars from his heart surgeries. But there are a few curious details about the finale's car accident that don't quite make sense. Did you notice how, just before Ben hit Jen and Judy, he wore a flannel shirt and vest, but when he crashed his car, he wore a light blue button-up shirt similar to what Steve often wore? Could have been a coincidence, or the hit and run might have been an act of revenge all along. So while it's not clear if Ben had any inclination that Jen and Judy were involved in Steve's disappearance, he did get a lot of clues. For one, Ben knew Jen spoke to Steve before his disappearance, and her neighbor Karen insisted that she saw Ben in Jen's garden on the night of the murder. Just to confuse matters even more, actor James Marsden, who played both Steve and his twin brother Ben, told Variety, "I don't think he saw them in the car. I don't know that he'd remember them. He was also just blackout drunk, I think." This could also just be a clever production ploy to keep the mystery going. Who knows? Well, if this theory left you speechless, brace yourself for the next one. 4. What if Michelle is not only a chef? If you think about it, Michelle's sudden introduction into Judy's life, followed by her just as quick exit, leaves a lot of room for speculation. We understand why the relationship wouldn't work, considering the romantic history between Michelle and Detective Perez, and the rocky relationship between Detective Perez and Judy. But for fans who are looking for theories about Season 3, it seems odd that she was so quick to grasp that Judy was trying to find something hidden under Abe's mattress. Although Judy's reaction did look hella guilty. Even if Michelle did figure it out based on Judy's transparency, some viewers are questioning why she handed it over to Judy, who was a stranger at the time. We also remember Michelle's mom not liking Judy one bit. What if Michelle had been an undercover cop all along? The biggest detail in support of the next theory is Michelle sharing a home with Detective Anna Perez. Perez has been wary of Judy right from the start, so it might have been a setup all along. Poor Judy. We hope not. And the last theory for today is 5. Will Judy's mom reappear in Season 3? Motherhood was such a central theme in Season 2 that it's possible that it will be explored from another angle in Season 3. In Season 2, viewers learned that Judy's mom wasn't dead, but in prison. When Judy, like Jen, decides to address the issues in her past, notably her absent mother, she visits Eleanor in prison. We saw how Judy's mom didn't take responsibility, but instead blamed her crimes on having Judy. Finally, Judy decides enough is enough. While she could have gotten her mom a good lawyer with the painting money, after that insult, she denies her mom any further help and instead spends it on Jen and the kids. If Judy's mom does get released in Season 3, she may be out for revenge on her daughter for not helping her. This theory is plausible if you listen to what Liz Feldman, the series creator, told TV Line. She said she wants to give fans hope for a Season 3 reunion between the real-life actresses who portrayed Judy's mom, Katey Sagal, and Jen, Christina Applegate, because these two used to co-star in Married with Children. For this reunion to take place, Jen would need to visit Judy's mom in prison, or Judy's mom would need to get released. That's not all, though. Many viewers also wonder about the possibility of Chief Hastings and Judy's mom meeting and plotting from behind bars. Let's hope that, for Judy's sake, this isn't true. Whew, now where did the time go? That's it for today, folks. Of course, there are countless possibilities for Season 3, probably best left to the writers. Like, what if Jen gets amnesia from the impact of the accident? And don't forget, she's still got the murder weapon, Dad's bird, in her possession. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome!